right, guys, so this is an exciting new product from Arma. I very rarely do Arma reviews, but I felt like this needed review. This is the Arma Vortex 223S. It's a two-wheel drive, 4,000 kV brushless powered stadium truck, and it is unbelievable. This thing will do 52 miles an hour on a 3S. This car will also obviously run on a 2S. Right now, we're running a combo promotion where we offer the Smart G2 battery. It's the 5050C 3-cell. It's 11.1 volts with the S155 charger. Now, normally the charger alone is $74.99. We're offering both the charger and the battery for $60. There's nobody that's going to beat this. It's just an unbelievable deal. We have dozens of these in stock. And if you order an Arma car like this two-wheel drive Vortex, when you go to the shopping cart, you can just add this and get the bonus package. And for basically low 300s, you're going to get a car with the battery and charger that's going to do 52 miles an hour. Let's talk about the car. Like I said before, I beat the crap out of this thing. First thing I'm going to tell you is it's very fast. Second thing I'm going to tell you is it's extremely durable, unusually durable. Even for an Arma, this is very, very durable. We hit a ton of things going very fast, and it was kind of like bouncing off everything. It was a little unusual, but it's built very well, and it looks like a lot of engineering went into the design. It's a fantastic car. Now, Arma did have to achieve a price goal here, $259.99, which is really cheap. And the way they did that was they put the 2-in-1 receiver in the car. The 2-in-1 receiver obviously has the receiver built into the speed control. It's 45 amps, 40 millimeter fan for the motor. It has a really nice slipper in the back. Usually you probably lock it. The slipper on these cars don't usually work that well. And basically it feels like it's like a rocket on two wheels. It's explosive acceleration right off the line. It's going to be much quicker, definitely a quicker acceleration than the four-wheel drive version of the Vortex. And if you look at the car, it's extremely good looking. It comes with a whole bunch of new colors. The pink is really nice. The lime green is beautiful, and we have it in a blue as well. We think it looks better than the four-wheel drive version is for sure. It definitely drives better. And I'll tell you what, the story is the speed control here, because on the four-wheel drive, all the four-wheel drive 223S Arma cars, there was a problem with the low voltage cutoff, ruining the experience by cutting off there after about 7 to 10 minutes. I'm here to tell you it doesn't happen on this car. You get a full half an hour and a 5,000 milliamp battery pack, and they just don't have that on the speed control. So my theory is they did cut off that car because they didn't want it to overheat. That's what I'm thinking. So they just programmed it to have a very high voltage cutoff, which people are pissed at. This, you get the full half an hour. I didn't have any problems with the car. Now, I will tell you that the motor fan is a regular motor fan. It's 40 millimeters. It's bigger than normal. And it's definitely a good idea, because to have such a big fan over the motor, it means that you're going to be running at much cooler temperatures. That means the speed control is happier and it's going to last longer. What I did notice on mine is I ran mine in 95-degree heat. The motor got extremely hot. So what I did was I took a $20 fan. It's basically, I'm going to remove this here. It's basically McLaren. It's a 16,000 RPM fan. I just installed it right where the old fan went. It plugs right into the speed control, and it spins much faster. It sounds like a little Learjet. Now, this McLaren fan, they don't make it anymore. It's discontinued. You could probably find some of them online. However, we are basically switching over to the ProTech fan. It looks the same. It's probably made in the same factory. It has the same metal casing and the same recess that you need for the screws, for the stock screws, and you're going to get a lot better cooling. We measured 12 to 15 degrees cooler than the regular fan, and we didn't have any problems with it. The other thing that we actually did and modified on the car is we noticed that because it has such a really good power to weight ratio, the car and full acceleration, the car just basically wants to like leap off the line, and it kind of like the front end just pulls up way too much, too aggressively. To counter that, we put these 1 ounce weights. We put 2 of them on the servo, and we put 2 of them inside the body here in the front. They come with a sticky tape. They're very sticky. They're not going to come off. We sell them as an upgrade pack when you check out. If you buy this car from us, on checkout, you could buy the 4-ounce package. Put it on the car. Trust me, under full acceleration, this car is just much more controlled and much more balanced when you're using the 4-ounce weights. We put them in the right spots, and it really makes the car drive a lot more balanced. Now, even though this car could be driven in a 2S format, we do prefer it in the 3S. It's a lot more exciting. However, interestingly enough, on the radio, on the back of the radio, you have adjustments for 50, 75, and 100%. We are going to recommend the most fun you could have with this car is at 75% on a 3S battery. It'll do 45 miles an hour, not to 52, but it's a lot more controllable, and we think it's just a little bit more fun. If you do have that itch to go 100% on 3S, it's going to be a wild ride, I'll tell you that right now, just because the power to weight ratio on this thing is just off the charts. Car weighs about 5.5 pounds, so it's not that heavy, and like I said, two-wheel drive, and it's just a rocket ship. It has DSC. It has 3 levels of DSC, 1, 2, and 3. Very easy to set on the remote. It tells you on the instructions to do it. You cut the wheel to the right and you hit the orange button and you hear the series of beeps. 1 is off, and then the next 3 of them are 1, 2, and 3. And then you could actually, just cycle through those and just see what you need. I think the best one is the setting, the second level, which is the 3rd beep. You hear 3 beeps on this, that means you're at the 2nd level. And that's where you want to be at, in my opinion. Now, I did play a lot with the tuning on the car. I tried to play with some things, and I did notice that if you look at this car, which we beat up pretty heavily, this is the lime green one. We beat the crap out of this thing. If you look at the wear on the tires, you see on the inside of the tire, there's a lot more wear than the outside. And what we noticed is on really, because it's a very, very dramatic acceleration, it's extremely, I would say it's very rear bias. So the car just squats down, car pulls up a wheelie. And what ends up happening is when the car squats like that, you see the camber increases to 4 or 5 degrees. And then basically the wheel is canted all the way inward. You're not getting that full contact patch on the ground. So what we're going to do on the next video is we're going to try some adjustable camber links here. We're going to dial in +1 from stock. And we're going to see on acceleration if it actually takes off a little bit smoother. Again, it's not something that's necessary, but again, I was trying to tune the car and just get the most out of it. I wanted it to really go straight when I, just crank that throttle. Now, the best way to drive it is to use the throttle and feather it as you're launching and then ease into it and then go full throttle. It's extremely fast. The car really does 52 miles an hour. It's very, very, very fast. One of the fastest cars in its class. In fact, it's one of the fastest ready-to-run cars you can get for your money. This is going to be the best deal. It's also extremely good-looking, very good-looking car. The body, some nice touches on the body that they did. The only Arrma does this on their bodies. They put these metal screws, and so the car tips over. It actually drags on the screws, and it leaves the plastic from getting rash. They do that on the wing too. It really keeps the wing from just disintegrating, and it's a very, very smart thing to do. Arrma is known for the durability in their chassis, but their bodies now, they're just making them super durable. We really beat the crap out of this thing. We like the fact that it's not like the 4-wheel drive where it's really heavy and it feels sluggish. A lot of people complain that the 4-wheel drive just feels like a turd. But this is going to be a lot lighter. If you look, you have the same wheels in the back as the 4-wheel drive, and then you have a thinner set of the real stadium tires in the front. They're thinner. Again, this is going to be a much lighter setup than the 4-wheel drive. It's much quicker from 0 to 10, 0 to 20, 0 to 30, much quicker acceleration off the line. It's extremely exciting. And I'll tell you what, it's probably the best value in RC right now. If you have the money and you actually were looking to get something that's really fast and exciting, get this car. It is super durable. Let's talk about the transmission, because speaking of durability, the transmission in this thing is very heavy, very heavy. We call it the input gear. It's the gear that rides on top of the differential. Is basically made out of a very heavy steel. It's very long. The differential gear is also very beefy. And we thought it was like almost, I took it apart and it looked bulletproof. I don't really see how anybody's going to break it. The differential gears are typical Arrma, very, very durable and very, really nice. Now, of course, like any car that comes from the factory, sometimes the differential fluids, they don't put so much in them. They do put the adequate number, but they don't put too much of the fluid in it. I would say that if after maybe about a dozen runs, you should go in there and just fill it with some diff fluid. Basically, what I would think on this car, maybe like a 30K. Just put a 30K in here and call it a day, and that should be good. The shocks are adequate. I think they're a little bit above average. They're very nice. They have good articulation, and they're very durable. They have shock guards on the front of them on each side. The bumper is adequate. The way this car is designed in the front, it is meant to take an impact, because you see when it hits something, it kind of just flexes a little bit and bounces back. So there was definitely engineering in the front to sustain impacts. The battery is bottom loaded, so you don't have to take the cover to change the battery. There's 2 clasps on here. We like the contrast color. It contrasts and matches the yellow on the body. In this case, it would be the pink on this one. We think it is, like I said, this is one of their better looking cars. And we think this is going to be a very big hit for Arma. Again, if you want to get one of these from us, we really appreciate it. They're $259.99. I would take advantage of the battery combo charger deal. You're not going to have that around for so much longer, especially with the tariffs. I would take advantage of that. Anyway, we have all colors in stock. Please take advantage of this car. As I said, it is a wild ride. It's a lot of fun, and there's nothing out like it right now. We're going to be making a second video on tuning the rear of the car with the camber links. We're going to see if it helps out a little bit with the straight line stability off the line. Just because, like I said, we think that we see that off the line acceleration there's a little bit too much camber from the wear in the tire. It's too much on the inside. That means you're getting too much lean in. So we're going to correct that with the camber links, and we'll see how it does, and we'll report back to you. Anyway, thank you so much for joining on this short review of the Arma Vortex 223S two-wheel drive stadium truck. Again, if you can buy from us, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, and have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.